The history of Italy begins in prehistoric times when early human communities settled on the Italian peninsula. Around 200,000 years ago, Neanderthals inhabited the area, followed by modern humans approximately 40,000 years ago. These early peoples left evidence of their presence through tools, cave paintings, and burial practices that indicate complex social structures. The Neolithic period, starting around 6000 BCE, saw the development of agriculture, the domestication of animals, and the establishment of permanent settlements. Sites such as those at Matera in southern Italy reveal early human ingenuity in adapting to the environment. By 2000 BCE, Bronze Age cultures such as the Terra Mare in northern Italy and the Nuragic civilization in Sardinia emerged. These cultures engaged in trade, developed metallurgy, and built structures like the Nurag Towers, which remain a symbol of Sardinian identity. The first significant civilization in Italy was the Etruscans, who thrived from around 900 BCE to 400 BCE in central Italy, particularly in the region corresponding to modern Tuscany, Umbria, and northern Lazio. The Etruscans built advanced cities, such as Tarquinia and Cerveteri, which were organized into a loose confederation of city-states. Their society was sophisticated, with a rich artistic tradition, religious practices involving divination, and extensive trade networks. The Etruscans influenced the development of Roman culture, particularly in architecture, engineering, and governance. Around the same time, Greek settlers established colonies in southern Italy and Sicily, a region they called Magna Graecia. Cities such as Syracuse, Tarentum, modern Taranto, became cultural and economic hubs, contributing to the spread of Greek art, philosophy, and political ideas into the Italian peninsula. Rome was founded, according to tradition, in 753 BCE by the twin brothers Romulus and Remus, who were said to have been raised by a she-wolf. Initially a small kingdom ruled by a series of monarchs, Rome transitioned into a republic in 509 BCE after the overthrow of its last king, Tarquin the Proud. The Roman Republic was characterized by a complex system of checks and balances, with power shared between elected magistrates, the Senate, and popular assemblies. Over the next several centuries, Rome expanded its territory through a combination of military conquest, alliances, and strategic colonization. By the 3rd century BCE, Rome dominated the Italian peninsula, defeating powerful rivals such as the Etruscans, Samnites, and Greek colonies in southern Italy. Rome's expansion brought it into conflict with Carthage, a powerful city-state in North Africa. The Punic Wars, 264–146 BCE, were a series of 3 conflicts that ultimately resulted in Rome's victory and the destruction of Carthage. These wars also established Rome as the dominant power in the Western Mediterranean. Following the Punic Wars, Rome turned its attention eastward, conquering Greece, Asia Minor, and parts of the Middle East. By the 1st century BCE, Rome had become a sprawling empire, but this expansion also brought internal challenges. Social inequality, political corruption, and the concentration of power in the hands of a few elites led to civil unrest. Figures such as Julius Caesar, Pompey, and Crassus vied for control, culminating in Caesar's dictatorship and eventual assassination in 44 BCE. In 27 BCE, Augustus, formerly Octavian, became the first Roman emperor, marking the beginning of the Roman Empire. Under Augustus and his successors, the empire reached its greatest territorial extent, stretching from Britain in the northwest to Egypt in the southeast. Italy became the heart of this vast empire, with Rome serving as its capital and the center of political, cultural, and economic life. The Roman Empire was renowned for its achievements in engineering, including the construction of roads, aqueducts, and monumental architecture such as the Colosseum and the Pantheon. Roman law and governance also had a profound and lasting impact on Western civilization. However, the empire faced significant challenges, including economic instability, military pressures, and internal divisions. In 285 CE, Emperor Diocletian divided the empire into eastern and western halves to improve administrative efficiency. Despite these efforts, the Western Roman Empire continued to decline, weakened by invasions from Germanic tribes such as the Visigoths and Vandals. In 476 CE, the last Roman emperor in the West, Romulus Augustulus, was deposed by the Germanic chieftain Odoacer, marking the traditional end of the Western Roman Empire. The Renaissance, which began in Italy in the 14th century, was a period of extraordinary cultural, artistic, and scientific achievements. Figures such as Dante Alighieri, Petrarch, and Boccaccio laid the foundations for the Italian literary tradition, while artists like Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, and Raphael revolutionized visual art. The Renaissance also saw advances in science and technology, with figures like Galileo Galilei challenging traditional views of the cosmos. Humanism, a key intellectual movement of the Renaissance, emphasized the study of classical texts and the potential of human achievement. In the 16th century, Italy became a battleground for European powers, including France, Spain, and the Holy Roman Empire. The Italian Wars, 1494 to 1559, resulted in Spanish dominance over much of Italy. The Peace of Cateau Cambresis in 1559 confirmed Spanish control, which lasted until the early 18th century. During this time, Italy remained politically fragmented, with various states under foreign or papal rule. Despite these challenges, Italian culture continued to flourish, with figures like Caravaggio, Bernini, and Vivaldi making significant contributions to art and music. The 18th and 19th centuries brought significant changes to Italy. The Napoleonic era, 1796 to 1814, saw the unification of parts of Italy under French control. Napoleon established the Kingdom of Italy, with Milan as its capital, and introduced reforms such as the Napoleonic Code. After Napoleon's defeat, the Congress of Vienna, 1815, restored pre-Napoleonic rulers, but the ideas of nationalism and liberalism spread. The Risorgimento, or Italian unification movement, gained momentum in the mid-19th century, led by figures like Giuseppe Garibaldi, Count Camillo di Cavour, and King Victor Emmanuel II. In 1861, the Kingdom of Italy was proclaimed, with Victor Emmanuel II as its king. Italy's unification continued with the annexation of Venice in 1866 and Rome in 1870, making it the capital. However, the new kingdom faced challenges, including economic disparities between the industrialized north and the rural south. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, Italy sought to expand its influence through colonial ventures in Africa, including Libya and Somalia. During World War I, Italy joined the Allies in 1915, hoping to gain territory. Although it emerged victorious, the post-war settlement did not fully meet Italian expectations, leading to political instability. In 1922, Benito Mussolini and his fascist party seized power, establishing a dictatorship. Mussolini's regime aligned with Nazi Germany during World War II, leading to Italy's defeat and occupation by Allied forces. In recent decades, Italy has continued to play a vital role in European and global affairs. It remains a cultural and artistic hub, attracting millions of tourists each year to landmarks such as the Colosseum, Florence's Uffizi Gallery, and the canals of Venice. Despite ongoing political and economic challenges, Italy's rich history and contributions to world culture make it a unique and influential nation, from its ancient roots to its